Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Garfinkel. Hope you're well. Hope your families are well. I'm here to help you with today's math lesson, which is lesson 25. The objective is dividing a whole number by a unit fraction. So it's pretty simple. I'm going to explain it to you and then you'll be off and running. So the first question I want to give you as an example is when you have two wholes and you want to divide them into thirds. How many do you have? So the problem looks like this. 2 divided by 1/3. So I want you to think about it as if you had actually two cakes. So your whole is 2. This is what I'm drawing. And each cake is going to be divided into thirds. Just like that. So each one of these is a third. So how many thirds would you have in total if you had two wholes and divide them up into thirds? Well, you just have to count your thirds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So your answer is 6. And I know that might look strange because you're saying you're starting with 2 and you're dividing it, so shouldn't you end up with something lower? But you have to look at this number here as your answer as how many thirds or how many little sections of thirds do you have if you started with two wholes. Now I have to check my work, and how do you check division? But you check it with multiplication. So I'm going to go back and multiply. Doing multiplication is the inverse operation, so I'm going to do 6 times 1/3. And guess what I should get? 6 times 1/3 gives me 6/3. And I think we all know that 6/3 equals 2 wholes. And I could check that off. Now in today's lesson, it asks you to draw pictures, but I don't want you to really worry about that, although I really feel it's very helpful in the beginning to draw pictures. I'm going to do one more for you. So let's say the problem is 3 divided by 1/2. Okay, so there's my problem. 3 divided by 1/2. So what are my wholes going to be? I'm going to start with 3 wholes. And I don't have to draw them as being 3 separate, but I do have to write the whole at the top. And I'm going to divide each one into halves. See that? So how many halves? So this is a half, this is a half. How many halves do I have? So 1 whole equals 2 halves, but I have 3 wholes. To show you that. So here's 1 whole, and you all see that there's 2 halves. 1 whole equals 2 halves, so if you have 3 wholes, you've got 2, 4, 6. So you've got 6 halves. And to do my check, again, we do the inverse operation. So we take our 6, we go back and we multiply it with 1/2. So 6 times 1/2 should equal 3. And I know that's 6 over 2, which does equal 3. Okay? I hope that helps. And if you need my help for anything, you just text me or email me, and I'm happy to help you. Okay? Good luck. I know you're going to be great. Talk to you soon.